more announcements? All right. Any informal proposals? No?
Got a clarification.
Point of clarification real quick.
Yeah, where we go for the postcard thing? The postcard that Josh was talking about? Where is it?
Arts and crafts.
Yeah. Oh, that one?
Yeah, up with stuff there.
Okay. Thank you.
Earlier today, mic check. Earlier today, I made a proposal. Concerning awareness and accountability. The purpose of this is so that we as a community can define where we're at and our understanding of how we treat one another respectfully and legitimately. Removing all bad intentions. I mean morals. The continuity of our group depends upon our ability to relate to each other lawfully, respectfully, and peacefully. It is my belief that this session, which is inclusive of the entire community, will help us tremendously.
We have another one over here, I think.
Well, first, should we be voting on this? Should we take a stack? I'd like to take a stack on that. Would anyone like to speak? Do we have one?
Clarification.
One here?
You'll have to work with me. I'm not down. I don't have the hand signals down yet. Informal. What's the gentleman? The gentleman behind you name?
Chris?
Yeah, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Chris, you said something about Friday trying to get more numbers out here. You know, the people. I have a suggestion that.
We're on this subject right now, but we can come back to that. Can we come back to that in general discussion?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
We'll come back to you. We had you, sir.
I was asking, what was the proposal? It was used to create the.
We have to create a session
Okay.
for the entire community. You're welcome, Sylvia.
Did anyone else want to speak on the subject, or can we move into voting on it? Okay. That's actually, I'm trying to do your job.
So we're going to vote on it? We're going to take a vote?
Point of process?
This is informal proposals right now. So this is just kind of to put it out in people's mind. It's not a formal proposal, so we should not vote on it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, then I guess we go to
Any other informal proposals? All right. Any formal proposals?
I got a
Mark?
proposal. Hi, my name is Mark.
Hey, Mark.
We was visited by the mayor today.
and
I'd like to make a informal proposal.
I'd like to make an informal
proposal.
Because he asked to speak with somebody who represented us.
Because he asked to speak to somebody who represented us.
And my proposal would be that we nominate a diverse representation or body to when that date and the time has come to meet and speak with him, that we will have this already decided, have a diverse voice to represent our body that will do that. I don't think we'll all be able to get 75 people into his place or wherever it would be, but I would like for us to, in a later date, not tonight, go forward with that, not procrastinate, but we do have to handle our business. So we have to prepare to meet and speak with him if we want to go forward in the business of doing the things in the proper order and fashion, at least attempting to, and despite the political camouflage. So that's my proposal, that we have nominations of a diverse team, if you will, that represents the body, that will speak with the mayor in dialogue and conversation pertaining us here at Pinal Plaza.
Okay. We have at least one person to speak on this.
Yeah.
Would you like to come up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, would you like to come up? Anyone who wants to speak on this, please come up and we'll form a stack.
Could we not just delegate that responsibility to the city council group? Or, even better, in my opinion, have the mayor come and talk to us. If he wants to have a conversation with us, he can have a conversation with us.
To elaborate on that, I heard that when he came, he was kind of made a complaint that media was here, and he thought that he would just speak with a few people. So I don't think it's the best idea to bring him here unless we can keep it, kind of contained so the media doesn't, show up, because that kind of, I don't know. I wasn't here for it, but that's just what I heard. I thought I'd bring that up. Anyways.
I just had maybe a kind of, I guess this is an informal proposal above what he said. Maybe like the people who are here, or maybe when you get more people here, actually this is like a good group to start it though. Maybe we should get like people to actually write down while they're actually here, like what is their main concern for things, and then maybe even come up with another work group for it. I don't know if there already is one like that, but and kind of like just get all of those, aggregate all of those, have a group to go over them, and then have a GA or just another meeting on like what were the main ones that stuck out and things like that, and then from there we could do what he said and just have a couple people like break it down into main points and like these are our main concerns or something. So just like some actual formal written papers so they can actually see what as detailed as you can be about it. So I don't know. That's just my proposal for it. That's what I think.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to direct respond?
I believe there's a declaration work group, isn't there?
You mean the grievance work group?
Is that what it
We
is?
do have this committee of 3 for city council liaison, but this is a new realm and this is different dynamic. He said he want to do it in a different context. So I understand what he's saying, and I think those who are here, and I know everybody wasn't here, so that's why I bring the informal proposal that it don't have to be the city council liaison, that we work on, as the young man said, maybe discussing something, but it's not a demand thing. He's trying to work on permit and being here legitimately and not being harassed or raided. So that's the type of dialogue we need to go forward with, and it's not involving the city council. So.
I have something to say on this. Can someone come in and be a stack taker for one moment?
Thank you, Trevor.
I've talked with some people about ideas. This is in no way definite. I just thought.
Point of order.
Oh,
Aren't those people not supposed to? Or is that why you got the replacement?
yeah, that's why I got a replacement, so I can speak as myself.
Sorry.
Is everyone okay with that? Okay.
You do it to the proper channel.
Yeah. So, okay, my idea, as well as I, after talking with some people, and this is just for y'all to talk about further, and this is not something I want voted on immediately. The idea I had is to have 4 members that could be a team that he could feel comfortable with, wouldn't be too many, but also could represent us. Hopefully, at least 2 male, 2 female, and hopefully with ethnic diversity. I would also want them to be, at least 3 of them, to be members of our major committees, including legal, media, and medical, and either medical or one of the others. I'm not quite sure, but I haven't gotten much further than legal and media because I know those are very important. So that's just an idea I just wanted to put out there.
I agree with everything he just said, but I think the city council liaisons would also be a valuable resource.
I agree with what he just said. But I also believe that the city council liaisons
will
play a valuable role in addition to the other groups, the representatives of the other groups.
The other groups.
As far as your concern about the press and his response to the press being here, we did not invite the press. The press just showed up on their own. So yes, we do want to try to keep this as private as possible. That way that the mayor's office and us can get our own message out without having the press skew the story however they feel it should be skewed. But we're working on that, and I think we should form some type of group, a work group, maybe after GA or soon after. But it should consist of the city council liaisons and anyone interested in being a mayoral liaison.
I'd like to ask everyone here.
We've got stack vote, but if you'd like to
Go
come
back
down.
there. Thanks.
Okay, so, mic check.
Mic check.
So, I do like the idea of everyone putting together their idea of why they're here. Because I think it's very important. If our movement has a solid voice from everybody. And so at least it gives something to give back to the city council liaisons. So they have a better idea of what we're feeling and why we're here. So I think to elaborate on the idea, that there should be a box, an anonymous box, that people can write why they're here. And when it gets full, we can have facilitation or whoever bring it together and read it at General Assembly. So that we can consolidate these ideas.
I just wanted to speak to the idea that the mayor didn't want the press here today. He made the announcement last night in the public forum at the Richmond Times-Dispatch, and it was on the front page today. So if he said anything about not wanting the press here, that's crap. But I don't think he did. I think that that was a press moment for him. He came down here and told them last night so that he could turn that into his press moment.
Right.
So he could then later say, "Oh well, I went down there and spoke to them." So let's be clear on that.
Thank you, Alex.
He's still a politician.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
I'd like to go off the young lady's idea that was just up here. I think what's important, though, is if we're starting to deal with the city now, that we have individual and local ideas that we can work with the city for so they can have measurable results. As an example, I ride the bus every day, and in the morning it doesn't really have heat, and it's starting to get cold. I'd like my heat to be fixed on the bus. They could fix it, they could tell people they fixed it, and they would be a little more satisfied. As opposed to the more general ideas we have that I'm sure we all agree with. I think this would really help them, and it would help us. Thank you.
I'm still coming up with personal opinions, and that's why he's still here as snack taker. It is my understanding that we already have a grievance box. Can anyone speak to that? Okay, I believe Josh was heading it. As I understood, there's a box where you list your grievances, which is basically, as I understand, your ideas on why we're here, what you are angry about specifically. And I just wanted to point that out.
I've seen a suggestion box up there, but I've not seen a grievance box. I don't know.
I just remember it being brought up in an earlier GA. I was hoping that someone here could talk about that, but it doesn't seem so.
I wanted to say something too.
Just aim it.
Yeah. About the grievance box and about and how that relates to talking to city council and talking to the mayor. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but the way I understand it is the issues right now are not so much when we're talking to the mayor and we're talking to city council are not so much about, why we're here, but just actually us being here and being able to be here and around those legal issues that city council is discussing. So I feel like bringing our grievances to them right now is kind of off point. It's kind of off topic. I mean, I believe that we should be focusing on why we're here, obviously amongst each other, but when we deal with them at this point, we're trying to, we're trying to get a permit, we're trying to get an injunction, we're trying to actually be here. So.
The nature of our occupation.
I get a direct
response.
I think that the two could happen simultaneously, but it's a good idea to keep them separate. I agree with the idea of a grievance box, and I also agree with, we need to focus on why we're here and maybe hold the grievances and collect them simultaneously. There are a lot of hours in the day when that stuff can be done.
I'm just going to point out that I'm also stepping back into safety.
Basically what she said and what he said. I just think we should at least start to write it down, so when the time comes that we do want to actually forward these to the higher powers or whatever, to the city council, whoever we want to give them to, we will be ready and have them polished and really thought out, when we are ready to do that. So we should keep them separate, but we should at least start it and have a committee start looking at them as soon as we can.
I would like to, we've had a lot of discussion on this. I would like to take 3 more people in stack, and then if we can close the subject for the moment.
I couldn't hear what you just said, but I wanted to get on stack just to say that I think that you guys are right about the permitting being the point of talking to them, but it's important to note that we have grievances, that this is a First Amendment issue here that we're vocalizing to make that lack of a permit or the issue of the permit, uncomfortable or happy. That's all.
Do you want to say that once more? We need a mic check.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mic check.
Mic check.
I think that talking to the city council is, yes, the permitting thing.
I think that talking to city council, yes, is the permitting thing.
But we need to note that we're here because we have grievances, that we have issues.
We need to know that we're here because we have grievances and issues.
Yes, to let them know that.
To let them know that.
Thank you.
Can we get 2 more people to come down and speak? No. Is there one more person? Okay, can you go after her?
I think that it's important that we have a concise idea of our demands, but that maybe we would want to put them out to the general public as opposed to just putting them forward to one particular politician.
Hi, my name is Ralph Stewart. They call me Stu. And I just wanted to share with you, I think one of the biggest reasons why the mayor came out here and what they're trying to do is get us out of the park, period. And so the big issue is that when the Tea Party was here, and it's been on the news and I've been reading, when the Tea Party was here, they paid $10,000 to be able to use the park and be able to facilitate and do what we're doing today. So they're getting ready to sue the city for that. So the biggest thing is to not get kicked out this park. Try to figure out how to stay in the park, and also, like the young lady said that was speaking before me, it's not just the city council, it's the state too. The state controls what go on. The city council the city is okay, but what controls the Commonwealth is the state. So we got to push our initiatives and issues to the state.
Was that a response to what he said?
Well, that was just a point of clarification. They didn't actually pay the money to use the park. They got fined that because they had things like amplification systems and such like that. It was just they got fined $10,000. They didn't have to pay.
But they're suing the city to get that money back.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, they have a lawsuit in place.
Okay. Actually, I would like to. We've taken a lot of voices on this, and since it is an informal proposal, I would like to get rolling on to other things. Can we take a see? Okay, who wants to move on? Is there opposition to that? Okay, I'm going to move on. If you have more ideas on this, please talk amongst yourselves and bring them back at next GA.
Alright. So that brings us to any formal proposals that anyone might have.